everyone and welcome to November Sketchbook Tour. I can't believe it's November already. It's gone so fast. And this sketchbook is a really thick sketchbook, if you can see here, and I can't believe that I've made my way through this already. So this is a Canson XL mixed media sketchbook that I ordered from America because so many artists online use it. And you know what? It's completely worth the hype. It's so good. So these are kind of drawings from about, I normally write the date on them. This is from about, I'd say like September, start of September, up until like yesterday. So I ordered this book and some paints. So this is my first ever attempt at gouache, and I didn't know what I was doing, as you can see. I'm not very proud of it, but I feel like, you know, you've got to start somewhere, so that's what this is. This again was just a study with gouache and color pencil. This is actually it's one of my patrons. She's Bot, and she's amazing. She's just the loveliest person ever. This is a drawing I did for her. She just posted this amazing photo of her in an 80s cafe with like Stranger Things like decoration behind her, and I just loved it. I also like, you can't see it, but here's them the swatches. This is one of my favorite things when people do painting, is when they swatch on the page. So I try to do that as well. You can't see it, this is a very fine pencil drawing, but as always, Copics go through this paper. So this is a Meet the Artist drawing I did. I wanted to see how Copics worked on the sketchbook. They did okay. Like that is actually really surprisingly good for this kind of sketchbook. I've never found a sketchbook you're not gonna lose one side of the paper when you use Copics, but yeah, I wasn't hugely. I was trying some different styles. I'm happy with literally everything there. Not the head. I think I'd love to redo the head. Maybe I'll do that thing where you stick a poster over and I'll redo that. I love Meet the Artists. They're always so cute. Like everyone, you learn so much about people. This is. I started doing some hot yoga, and I was just amazed at how beautiful everyone looked. I didn't understand how they could do it. So this is everyone else in the class, and somewhere in here is a version of me and what I look like when I come out of the class. Here it is. I've jumped ahead, but this is a very true interpretation of what I look like. But actually, you can see here. Can you see this here? So I will normally do sometimes like 2 or 3 attempts at a sketch. If it's going in the computer, I'll normally just put an extra head here or thing. But if I'm gonna draw it and take a photo and put it online, then I'll try and keep a clean page. I'm really annoyed by this one. You see the multi-liner bleeded into the Copic, which is quite rare, really. I must have done it straight after. But yeah, this is kind of creepy, like a weird alien. This was because it was the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. I'm a big sci-fi buff, and I wanted to do something to practice, wash, and celebrate the moon landing. Most of these you've probably seen. You've probably seen them on Instagram. These were, I asked people to suggest things for me to draw. I love when people suggest stuff because you just get the most random thing. This is a pineapple, and it was a peacock or a pineapple, but I combined the two. An angry coffee mug, what I dreamed that night, and I had a dream that all my eyelashes fell out. Potato and a radish. It's really fun. I love when people suggest things. This was actually, someone suggested a cactus, and I already have a little cactus character, so I just drew him. I love him. He's little cutie. I say I love him, it's not that I think my drawing's good, it's just he's a character that exists in my head, and as soon as they exist in my head, they're like fully rounded people. That sounds insane. I hope you know what I mean by that. This is Zelda. This is the cat we were looking after, and she fell asleep on the laptop. So that's a little drawing of her. Oh, here you go. So this is, again, very faint. I kind of hope you can't see this. It's just bad versions of me trying to learn how to draw things, but I think as soon as I get reference, I'll always get a better version. This is practice with pencils. Just check. Not blurry. I think you're good. This is, oh, my nails match the background. This is me practicing with color pencils. It's a little red panda, a little possum. This is when we were cat sitting, Zelda would just be sat around the house and I would just doodle her while we watched TV. It was like the best hobby ever. And this is the rough animal facts that I was going to do for Inktober. So I think most everything from here is Inktober stuff. If any of you would ever like to buy any of these, like they're just sitting in my sketchbook, so always let me know and I can send them to you. But this is, I was quite happy with this one. I liked it. I was a bit worried to draw snakes, but I kind of like his little chunky head. This is my screaming pigeon. My otters. Again, I think the most disappointing thing for Inktober was the fact that like the photos looked awful, which is why I bought this backing card to see if it helps. This was this here, the first version of it was me just working out what to do. So, sorry, where is it? Where'd it go? It's just there. Yeah, so these little bits here, and I just changed up the prank he was playing and altered it a bit. This is my little kangaroo. This was fun because we were on holiday when I drew this and we didn't have the laptop, so I had to redraw it, try and do it as exactly as I could. Animation. Yeah, I'll go quite a bit fast through these because I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing me see these. Oh, so this is the original sketch I did of a koala thief. He looks like he has a little bra on, but those were going to be his hands, like bunched up in front of him. I just hate it. I hate it so much. So I drew it, and I'm really glad I did because I'm quite happy with this little cheeky fella. Cheeky. I like cheeky little cartoon characters. This is my dolphins. I think the version I posted didn't have the watercolor on it. Wasn't a big fan, and it bled the ink, so I posted some earlier ones. That is actually something I would say as a tip if you're gonna do photos of traditional art. Take photos at different stages, just in case you mess it up, like I always do. It was really, really fun to do the animal facts. I think I will definitely return to them. Just love the endless facts, and then trying to make stuff interesting that's really standard. Like people would suggest an animal that didn't have any famous facts, like the badger, and I'd have to go and find one. This is Hallie and Spud. This was because it was getting Halloweeny and I just was doing Inktober and I wanted to draw something different, so I just drew her randomly on the train. And I came up with a story for her and I quite liked it, so maybe I'll do a bit more of her. Puffins and cats. Little Welsh corgi. Oh, I am not happy with this. This looks like something I would have drawn when I was like 12 years old. This is meant to be a brand new puffling because pufflings are actually like white and fluffy. I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to make it cute. It came out like a devil bird. It's like a little demon. These are some character designs I did in work. Then they asked me to design a cute fish. So this is what I was trying to do. Fish are hard to make cute, so that was a fun challenge. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to change up the medium and like try to have to draw things. These are some unsuccessful ones. Someone suggested a great fact about how emus are the only bird that have calf muscles like humans. So I tried to draw it, but I'm awful at drawing birds, so I didn't continue with that one. And then, so can you see this? Let's see if you can see this. So okay, so there's Copic drawings underneath. So you may not be able to see, but this is the first version of this one. I liked his little face, so I kept this. But skunks are quite hard to draw, it turns out. Who knew? Okay, so this is the exciting stuff. This I drew only for you guys. I wanted to put some like illustration art in here, and I wanted to explore, so I decided to do a page of watercolors on Halloween. I really enjoyed this. I will put some of the reference I used to get some of this, but I really enjoyed putting in a random thing and then finding reference for it. This is probably, it sounds bad. It takes me a lot to like things, but this is probably my favorite page in the sketchbook, just because I'd never used pen on gouache before. I really like the light textures you can get. It's very chalky. Someone explained them to me as opaque watercolors, and they, yeah, I love them. I really like the colors as well. Yeah, so that was all of the Inktober's. This here is me experimenting with just my marker pens. This didn't go very well, this little dog, but this is meant to be Miyazaki. It was a great drawing of him. And I just ended up writing in retro photography and then finding images that I could draw. And the same for here. This is some retro objects. And this is there's quite a famous photo of a little red panda. I really liked him, so he's snuck in here. I wasn't sure whether I would Copic color this, but we'll see. This was last weekend. I dragged myself out, went to the park and took some color pencils and just colored, and it was really nice. I don't know if it's being outside of the house, but it just really makes you study and look at things when you're outside, and I loved it. I loved getting reference. These are color swatches for all the new pencils I bought. I bought some color pencils. Still getting used to color pencils. I'm not a huge fan of how textured they are. I think the texture sometimes takes away from the face. Like if these were Copics, you'd be able to clearly see the little faces I've drawn, but I suppose they have their place. I'm just learning how to use mixed media, I suppose. This, I'll post a photo of the ones with lots of detail, but this is so I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't really call this a sketchbook. I call it a sketch journal, because I just draw what's been happening to me. It turns out, you know, that's called a comic, but it took me a while to realize that. But yeah, so this is just, I wanted to get more organized. I want to get more organized and aim to be better, so I drew what I was thinking. I want to update my wardrobe. I basically want to look more smart and adult. I want to take some classes, get my ears pierced. I need to do that. I'm going to do that next weekend. Gym more, be cleaner, and this one is scary. Learn to drive. Can you all drive? I had a medical reason that I couldn't drive. And now that medical reason is gone, so I should learn. It's just scary. What if I can't? What if I'm the first human in history that can't drive? You might not see this, or maybe I'll show you this next time. But this is women that I love the fashion of. So this is Fairy Little Peach. I love her clothes and her hairstyle. Can you see? Maybe you can see a little bit. Let me see if we can zoom. There you go. So this is Fairy Little Peach. Eleanor from season 4 of The Good Place. There's a girl on Instagram called In the Fro, with Victoria, her name is, and she's got great fashion. Casual Kate Middleton. I love when Kate Middleton just goes to like schools and she doesn't wear dresses and stuff. I love her clothes. And Anne Hathaway's character in The Intern. Such a weird mix of characters. This was really hard to figure out who I wanted to dress like. So yeah, that's my aim. I'm gonna paint this, I think. And then what else have we got here? Oh, a failed version of this one. So this is the one I posted online. This is the failed one I did on the train. I hated this. I hated the eyes, but I really liked Lee's little face, so I altered it. And again, I used pencil. Not fully on board. I feel like I have to limit the colors if I need to like them. And this is one I haven't posted yet. I'll probably post it this week. It's my new obsession. It's getting boiling here, so I'm not wearing them anymore. We have very, 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 very cold office, so I can still wear jumpers. The uglier, the better, is what I say. And yeah, that is everything at the moment. I still have maybe like five pages left, but I think next time I'll show you one of my other sketchbooks. But thank you so much for watching. If there is a type of, if there is a type of medium you'd like me to try, or anything really, just let me know. I think I'm going to do some more gouache and ink because I love that, and some more Copics and practice with my pencils. But yeah, I hope you're having a lovely month, and thank you so much for being here. Bye!